very good day everyone. So today we will learn on PivotTable and also VBA, whereby I can actually click a button and immediately it can send an email. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Ctrl A, and once I press Ctrl A, it will highlight the entire table. I'll go to Insert and I'll click PivotTable. And then when I press OK, you will notice that it will go to a new worksheet, and then over here I'm going to create a pivot table. So what I'm going to do is I want to actually show the total sales, because if you see here we have the total sales and we also have the region. So I want to see the total sales for the respective region. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tick the region, the total sales. So here we have the data, and then put the total sales over here. And then from here what I'm going to do is I'm going to press here right click and then show value as, and then percentage of grand total. And I'm going to press right click over here and then sort largest to smallest. So right now we notice, okay, the west region is the highest, and you can actually change the name. Maybe you can just put here total sales. Over here is the allocation in the form of percentage. And then you can also do another pivot table. So maybe in this case what I want to do is maybe I want to show the top 10 cities. So I unselect the region, I select the cities. So it will show me all the cities. Like I told you, I don't want all, I want the top 10. So I'm going to select this, value filter, top 10, and I'm going to press OK. So right now it will show me the top 10 data. And then as usual, I'm going to press here right click and then show, sort largest to smallest. So now it will show me the top 10 data. And if just say you don't want the allocation, you want to show maybe the conditional formatting. So I'm going to highlight all this, conditional formatting, and then data bar, and then I'll go to more rules. So here we do have here. So let me just click it over here so that this appears, and then after that show bar only, and then I'm going to tick over here and then press OK. So now it show like this. Of course this thing is blocking, so you go to design and then you go to grand total and off the grand total. So now this is how it looks. Now what if they say I want to show to my manager the monthly data? So I'm going to press Ctrl A and then I'm going to paste it over here. So now this one here, I'll just remove this. So I will unselect the cities. I want the monthly data. So I take the invoice date. So when I tick, so you see this is the monthly data. And over here I want to do two things. One, I want to do the month-on-month trending and the cumulative sales. So I'll just drag the sales here and the sales here one more time. So here we do have the sales. So I'm going to press here right click, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go show value as, percentage difference from, and over here Jan, I'm going to choose previous, and then I press OK and OK. So now it will show me this data. Then this thing, the same thing. So right click, show value as, running total in, running total is the cumulative figures, and I'm going to press OK. So right now you can see that this is the cumulative. So we have about 89, so 89 million. So this is the total sales. This is the month-on-month trending, which is in the form of percentage, and here we do have year-to-date sales. Alright, so now this is how it looks like. So let me just adjust all this to center align. Pivot table, I just want to off the fill buttons. So let me just off this, and also want to off the fill headers. Okay, now it looks better. And then I go to design, and you can just choose any color you want. So let me just choose this. So this is done. The same thing over here. Go to pivot table, off this, go to design, and you can choose any coloring you want, maybe something like this. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I don't want the plain blue, I want to choose the darker version, and pivot table analyze, and there you go. Okay, so now since I have already changed this, as you can see, I've already created a pivot table. What I want to do is I want to send this report. So before I send the report, I want to rename this. Okay, let me just change to analysis. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to share this file immediately to my manager. So how to send the file? Well, the first step is you need to save the file as a macro enable. So let me save as. So I want to go here Excel workbook and save as macro enable. So let me put here analysis report. Okay, so this is the analysis report, whereby monthly basis I need to do this. What I need to do next is I want to create a VBA code whereby with one click it can automatically send an email to my manager. So let me just go to the developer and click on Visual Basic. So here I'm going to write a code. So I'm going to go to the insert and click on the module. So I'm going to put here sub. So the name starts with sub procedure. I'm going to put here send email. Open bracket, close bracket. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to write here dim. Dim means is a short form of dimension. It's about declaring something. So I'm going to say here dim ABC as object. So object, it could be external application. It could be like Microsoft Word, worksheet, or even can be Outlook as well. Okay. And then dim XYZ as object. So here we have ABC as object, XYZ as object. So we have already declared it. The next thing is we need to set ABC. Okay, we already declare as an object, like a third-party application. But what we want to do is we want to actually set, okay, create object. What we want to do is we wanted to set it as a Outlook application. So I'm going to put here Outlook and then application. Okay, there you go. So ABC is declared as an object and it will be like a Outlook application, like your Microsoft Outlook. So once ABC is the Outlook application, the XYZ will be the email because I want to send an email. So I'm going to put here set XYZ, and then since ABC is the Outlook, so I'm going to put here ABC and then click over here create item and here 0. Why 0? Because it is basically sending a plain email, a basic email. And then what I'll do next is I'll put here width XYZ and width. Okay, so here normally in VBA code, if you want to write a code, it starts with width means it must end with and width and width. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to write here to. So to who? Okay, so to this particular email. Okay, must have apostrophe. And then what I want to do next is I want to have a subject. So the subject is analysis report. Okay, and then after that, what is the body? Because normally when you send an email, you need to have a body. So the body is, maybe I'll say hello and a very good day. All right. And then after that, once you have already have a to subject and body, you need to include the attached file. So I want to have an attachment. Okay, so this is the attachment, and then after that, this workbook. So the first thing is you must make sure you save as macro enable because it will recognize the file part of the workbook. So this workbook full name. So this one will try to investigate what is the file part and so on. And then the next thing is display. So if they say you want to immediately send to your manager, you can just write here send. But if they say you want to display, you just click here display. Alright, and then just like that, now when just say you press F5, you will notice right now your Microsoft Outlook will appear. So if you notice over here, this is the email, this is the analyst report, this is the attached file, and hello and a very good day. So now this is my code. So let me just discard first. So right now what I'm going to do is I'll just go to insert and click a shape. So once I click a shape over here, what I'm going to do is send email, and let me put it center align, make it bigger, okay, and bold it. So right now what I'm going to do is right click over here, assign macro, and then send email, and then press OK. So now when I click this, you will notice the Microsoft Outlook will appear, and this is basically for display. But if just say you want to send, means what you do is you can go back to your Excel over here. Alright, so instead of display, you write here send. Okay, so now what happened is when you click over here, you will notice automatically it will send an email. If you look carefully, it has already sent the email.